Welcome to the First Unitarian Church of Orlando. I'm Linnea Nelson, and I'm the chair of the worship team here at 1U. And with me in today's service are our minister, Reverend Margalie Belizaire, our music director, Aubrey Connelly-Candelario, our director of Lifespan Religious Enrichment, Judith Stein-Farrall, and our accompanist, Danny Manzan-Villegas, Rose Byler and other members of the Board of Trustees, and Jaden and Willow. Finally, let's not forget our teams of wonderful people in the background working diligently to ensure that we come together this morning. So thank you, thank you. Our children and youth are invited to remain with us for stories and ritual in today's all ages service. And we greet you this morning, old friends and new ones, as we explore our Unitarian Universalist faith, which draws us into community of justice seekers with a commitment to lifelong spiritual growth and compassionate service to the community. As a Unitarian Universalist congregation, we are a non-creedal community that does not subscribe to a specific set of beliefs. We live by a covenant that encourages ethical behavior, affirms democracy, celebrates the worth of each individual, and unites us in a search for truth in meaning. Whether today is your first or your 1000th Sunday in our midst, you are welcome here. Whoever you are, whoever you love, you are welcome here. In this community, your whole self is welcome. We welcome your race, national origin, immigration status, gender identity, sexual orientation, age, physical or mental abilities, economic status, or religious background. We welcome you. For more information about our congregation and announcements, go to orlandouu.org or email info@orlandouu.org. We have special announcements today. We need volunteers for the upcoming election, so please email Nora N. Barnes at orlandouu.org or precinct coordinator at orlandouu.org. You can sign up, or you can see Beth Tura for more information. Come and affirm your commitment to democracy and help people's voices be heard in this election season. And our final blood drive at 1U in memory of Pulse 612. 1U has been having regular drives for more than 15 years straight, minus some COVID times. For some unknown reason, we have never done well in terms of the number of donors showing up, with one exception. On the day of the Pulse massacre, our blood drive actually ran out of supplies and had to turn some away. Because of a variety of reasons, the greatest of which is our struggle to get enough donors, the last of our regular blood drives at 1U will be June 12th, 2024. There are still appointments available between 8:30 and 12:30. I hope you can join us and work to have a very successful result for 1U. All blood types are needed. And the Pulse Remembrance Interfaith Service is Wednesday. Meet in the parking lot here at 1U at 5:30 to carpool to the Dr. Phillips Center. You must register to attend and see Lisa Marie for more information. Let us join together following the service in Gore Hall for our church picnic. So please come for fellowship, food, and fun.
Read these words about how Judith likes the chalice. Please join me here in chalice words. In light of truth and in the warmth of love, we gather to seek, to sustain, and to share.
Please rise in body or spirit and join me in singing our opening hymn, number 1024, When the Spirit Says Do. The words will be projected.
Saw some dancing going on this morning. Good morning, beloveds. It is so good to be here with you, and guess what? So volunteer appreciation service. Woo! So it is all about you. We are here to celebrate you because really there is no one you without you. We, the staff, are so grateful that you partner with us every day to make this community the loving, vibrant, and supportive one that it is. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And we are continuing to explore this month the gift of renewal. And we want to take this opportunity today to remind you, even as you volunteer, you need time to rest and recharge so that you have the energy to do it all over again. So may serving your community be a joyful experience for you. And with the idea of rest in mind, I call us to worship with the words of Reverend Gretchen Haley. There's a time to let go. The resistance, the steadfast march, to complete the to-do list for parents and activists, and for all who love this life, these people, these mountains, this sky. There is a time to rest and trust the world will go on, filled with partners at the ready. All of us, splitting shifts on this project of building and healing, tending and turning, breath and being require their own practice, their own attention, and the heart needs time for becoming stronger after the shattering, the opening wider, the learning to love more and again. Come into this place. Study stillness and joy. Know your belovedness, like a memory calling out from the center of your being, connecting every little piece of everything to everyone. And all of us hear the gratitude rising and praise for this chance to begin again this day with hope. So come, beloveds, let us worship together as enthusiastically as you were singing yes earlier today. So let's greet one another.
It's humid and my glasses got foggy. Back in the 1990s, during the self-help craze and when women's empowerment was particularly big, an author named Sark appeared on the landscape. In the excerpt that I'm going to read, while she was writing for women of that era, the energy of being part of another's world, I found very infectious, and so chose this reading. This is an adapted excerpt from Succulent Wild Women Dancing with Your Wonderful Self. And in case you want to know, it's page 173. We are all givers and can also allow our receiving abilities to grow wilder. Sharing succulents can be getting a white cotton shirt and writing a tribute to your friend on it. Just dedicating your phone message to a friend for a day or a week. Assembling a book or collage of their amazing qualities. Setting up a mystery date or a mystery trip for you and a friend. Offering to wash their hair. Sharing clothes you don't normally wear. Letting a friend read your journal. Going on a miracle walk and hiding treasures along the way for your friend to find. Meeting for a picnic, like we're going to do. And having friends there, like we are going to do. Receiving succulents can be asking for keen listening, no solutions. Allowing a friend to clear your scary drain. Thank you, Bridget and Susan. Opening a book to your favorite part and letting yourself be read to. Daring to say, "Would you rub my neck?" with no reciprocation. Making a list of ways you enjoy receiving. And making lists of ways you block receiving. And finally, ask 3 friends to call you 3 times during the day and leave you messages of things they like about you.
All right, well, this is probably one of the last times you guys are going to have to put up with me up here. Look at you. I love you too. I don't know. There's probably some kind of script here I'm supposed to read. There's no script here? Oh my God, I didn't do a script. Okay, well, you're going to have to suffer. Our congregation is built upon not only the staff, not only the staff and the administration and the people that run the day-to-day show and keep the congregation and the buildings working and everything else, and whether that's Frank or Amy or Reverend or Judith or Frank, yeah, all the people that do all of that, Aubrey and the accompanist. But there's also a ton of volunteers, right? Everybody on the board, 99.9% of the people that you see walking around here today that are doing stuff, we're almost all exclusively volunteers, right? You know, we discovered a couple of years ago, I think it was, that we thought it'd be a good idea to say, you know, we have so many great volunteers that we need a volunteer person of the year, as well as a celebration for all of the people that are volunteering and putting their work in and keeping the congregation running. And people like Greg, where's Greg? Greg, who helps watch the kids on Parents' Night Out, is that right? And the volunteers for the children and everything else. So this year, much like last year, the board had a vote, and we wanted to, and Kathy probably already knows this. Kathy, you probably already know this, but thank you. You're the volunteer of the year. I need you to come on up here, please. Come on. If you're like me, don't really see Kathy that much, right? Except for about the 20 or 30 minutes that we're getting coffee every day, or on Sundays, right? So you know, Kathy, you know, dedicates herself to making sure, and we love you for it. There's always such great food, and I know, I'm sorry.
No, not too close, the mic.
The mic, okay. There's always such great snacks after church, and there's always such a good time at coffee hour, and everybody is talking, and I brag to other congregations how we have such a beautiful spread every Sunday. I travel a lot, and I visit other Unitarian churches, and they have like cookies, and we have like meals. So today, after service, myself and a couple of volunteers that are not regular volunteers, they volunteered because I asked them to, and it was very nice of them. We're going to be preparing some hot dogs and some hamburgers. If you're vegetarian, I need a vegan burger, come and see us. We'll grill one up for you special. We don't have a whole lot, but we do have some, so come see us. We'll be around the other side. But, Kathy, thank you so much. Kathy, thank you so much, and thank you from the board. Here is a gift, a couple of gift givers for vouchers down on Winter Park. So, thank you so much. I'm done.
And so speaking of volunteers, you see, he didn't say anything about his get-up here, you know. That's because he's out there grilling in this heat for, at his insistence, by the way, for the picnic. Okay, you know, thank you so much. Thank you. And we're hoping to continue this tradition of Volunteer of the Year. And so really, Kathy, you are the representative of the volunteers, but I hope you all know that you will all appreciate it. Thank you. All the work you do is very much appreciated.
Good morning. I'm Rose Byler. I'm a member of your Board of Trustees. We invite you now into the practice of generosity. It is one of our spiritual values, which sustains the life and ministries of this church community. Let us be grateful for the opportunity to give, for it is a privilege to be able to do so. And let us be grateful for our needs, for they give us the opportunity to practice receiving. So June's Share the Plate recipient is Zebra Youth. A representative from this very impressive and important community organization is here today to tell us a little bit more about Zebra Youth. So please welcome Tommy Pritchett Rodriguez, the Development Director.
Good morning. Thank you very much for inviting us to come and join you this morning and talk a little bit about our organization. My name is Tommy Pritchett Rodriguez. I'm the Director of Development at Zebra Youth, so I handle all things fundraising and partnership and community sponsorships and things like that for our organization. If you haven't heard of us, we've been around in the community since 2010. And we are the white and black building on Mills Avenue, just past Mark Street in Mills. So if you pass by that area, look for the white and black building, and that's our drop-in center. We are open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., and we invite youth between the ages of 13 and 24 to our drop-in center for anything from just meeting with a mental health counselor to more specific needs that our case managers can help them navigate, such as housing or medical care or any other things, education, college, you know, filling out job applications, any kind of life skill that they may need some assistance with. We provide that support for them. And we also do youth activities, and we try to just provide a really safe space for our LGBTQ youth to meet peers and really feel like they have a place of belonging if they're not receiving that kind of care at home. So I am appreciative that you guys chose us for your Share the Plate this month, and that you have invited us out to be here today and being welcomed into your congregation. So we do have a little video for you, some words from our executive director, which they will play now. Thank you.
I am Heather Wilkie, and my pronouns are she, her, hers. I am the Executive Director of Zebra Youth, Central Florida's LGBTQ+ youth organization. Since our beginning in 2010, Zebra has provided services to thousands of young people through our mental health counseling, drop-in center, and housing programs. There are still lots to do, and we're counting on you for that. 40% of youth experiencing homelessness are LGBTQ+. Nationally, LGBTQ+ youth are 4 times more likely to attempt suicide than their peers. The need for Zebra's critical services continues to rise, particularly in the state of Florida, where attacks against trans and non-binary youth are at an all-time high. Despite these challenges, our team works tirelessly to help guide youth toward positivity and self-sufficiency, to ensure they have what every young person deserves, to feel loved and accepted. As we expand our programs and increase our capacity to serve more youth, we must also increase our resources. We need your support. Please help us continue this life-saving work by donating to Zebra Youth Today. All donations will go directly towards supporting LGBTQ+ youth and help create a safe and affirming environment for our future generation of leaders. Thank you for your generosity.
The offering will now be collected. Let us joyfully receive what is offered here today in the spirit of gratitude and fellowship.
Something else our volunteers here have a hand in, right? Because putting together the list of the shared plates, again, that would not happen without you. Thank you. And this is the time we set aside for deep sharing of our hearts, and for prayer and meditation. If you have a sorrow that you need witnessed or help with, or a joy you wish to share, please contribute to a collective sharing of joys and sorrows to be read during Sunday service. And during the week, you can email us at joysandsorrows@orlandouu.org. And if you attend in person and not online, you can fill out one of these cards at our welcoming table, and our wonderful greeters make sure we get these here to share. And we will participate in a ritual for those things you want to continue to hold close to your heart. And we will talk a little bit about that later today. We're going to do something different from our regular candle lighting ritual. So bring your joys and your sorrows as we come together. Come just as you are, because your whole self is welcome here in this sacred space we are creating together. The flowers here are from the Serving the Community team, the team that's responsible for sharing the plate. Where's Kathy? Yes. Okay. There are other folks in it, but I wanted to make sure that you know. And you and I talked a little bit about that before. I wanted to make sure giving the right team credit. And from this serving the community team is thanking one new member, Steph Garber, for her dedication to the community. Steph is probably watching us online, which she does usually on Sundays. So for the past 15 years, Steph has made sure that the big red bus, you heard a little while how we talked about the blood drive this coming Wednesday. So that is another volunteer, Steph, right? Make sure that this big red bus is on our campus for the blood donation. In fact, it will be here this Wednesday, the 12th, in honor of the Pulse massacre. This will be the last visit, as you heard, for the foreseeable future. And Steph is busy with other projects at 1U in the larger community, but we want to express our gratitude for her long commitment to this project. So thank you, Steph. Alex M. recently celebrated his birthday. Alex? Woohoo! So this is from Catherine Vaccaro. I know I saw you earlier. So she was sharing this wonderful joy. Yesterday, she gathered with family and friends, including many from 1U, to celebrate the launch of her book, Driving Naked. A memoir of love and liberation, and it speaks to the social justice cause of the need to pass a law allowing medical assistance in dying, also known as death with dignity. She said, "Don't worry, it's not a bummer, with lots of fun stories about cars, nudism, and smart people." So, sounds like a winner. And as always, we want to continue to hold the Orlando community in love as Orlando and our state at large continues to need comfort and activism to eradicate hate. And we also continue to hold our global community in love. You know, all you have to do is turn on the TV or listen or read anything with news just to see all the conflicts that beset communities around the world, the wars and the death tolls, and so on. So we want to continue holding our global community in love. And for all the joys and sorrows shared and those held close to the heart, let us pray, let us celebrate, and let us send each other healing energy. And I invite us now into a moment of meditative prayer, which will be followed by some silence. And we are going to use the words of Marlene Walker, slightly modified, Reverend Marlene Walker, slightly modified. We gather in this space, across space and time, people, friends, fellow travelers, bringing all that we are and all that we are not. Each one of us different, each one of us yearning for something. We don't always know what that is exactly, yet we come seeking others with yearning. Yearning to be known for who we are, yearning to know others. We come at the end of the church year, some joyful, some grieving, some uncertain about the future, some excited about what lies ahead. Many of us exhausted, carrying all of that. we come to this place and time to be held in the embrace of a love that always holds us, knowing that we need one another. Beloveds, may you have deep knowing of this love that always holds us. And may you also have deep knowing that we need one another.
Our reading today is the poem "The World Has Need of You" by Ellen Bass from Like a Beggar. And I'm going to start with a quote from Rainer Maria Reich. "Everything here seems to need us. I can hardly imagine it as I walk to the lighthouse, feeling the ancient prayer of my arms swinging in counterpoint to my feet. Here I am, suspended between the sidewalk and the twilight, the sky dimming so fast it seems alive. What if you felt the invisible tug between you and everything? A boy on a bicycle rides by, his white shirt open, flaring behind him like wings. It's a hard time to be human. We know too much and too little. Does the breeze need us? The cliffs? The gulls? If you've managed to do one good thing, the ocean doesn't care. But when Newton's apple fell towards the earth, ever so slightly, fell towards the apple."
Today, we want to celebrate and honor the heart and soul of a vibrant community. That is you, the dedicated individuals who give generously of their time and talent. Your unwavering commitment is the cornerstone of our loving, supportive, and engaging church. Without you, this community simply does not exist. No one you without you. I think we need a t-shirt that says that. Your efforts, whether seen or unseen, are the threads that weave together the tapestry of our congregation. From organizing events, teaching classes, and providing care, to maintaining our space and offering a warm welcome to all who enter here. Your contributions are invaluable. We see the fruits of your labor and the smiles, the learning, the connection, and the growth that happens here every day. Once again, thank you to a Volunteer of the Year, Kathy Spoon. We see you. We appreciate you. I want to also lift up our board leaders and the nominating committee members who have said yes to leadership at a time when volunteers are especially precious. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Paul stepped out, that's why I wanted to make sure to catch him before, but Paul, and share this with him as you share your gratitude with him. We especially offer Paul our gratitude for his commitment and leadership as he is stepping down as board president at the end of June, and hope that he takes with him the knowledge that he has made a meaningful difference. We welcome Greg, and we look forward to welcoming you as the new board president very soon. Thanks also to the dedicating nominating committee who works hard to find the right folks to serve at the right time. I'm pretty sure you get so many no's and you go back to the drawing board. So thank you so much for your hard work. And as we reflect on the contributions each of you make, I am reminded of the poem, the reading from our call to worship, which beautifully captures the essence of service and the necessity for renewal, because that is the focus today. We want you to not just work in service of this community, but to renew yourself, and recognizing it is essential to reflect on the balance of service and renewal. She says, there's a time to let go the resistance, the steadfast march to complete the to-do list for parents and activists, and for all who love this life, these people, these mountains, this sky. There is a time to rest and to trust the world will go on, filled with partners at the ready. All of us splitting shifts on this project of building and healing, tending, turning. So there are two sides here, right? In order for those who feel like if they're gone, if they step away, things will fall apart. Because we're in partnership with one another, right? We've got to make sure that we step in when others need renewing. So I want to remind you that while your dedication to service is vital, so too is your need to rest. We are part of a collective, a beloved community where each of us contributes to the greater whole. We are a community with a shared mission where no one person carries the burden alone. It is not solely upon anyone to carry the weight of the world. We share this beautiful responsibility and sharing. We also share the need for rest and renewal, trusting in each other and to allow one another to step back when needed and others to step forward, and trusting others that you have partners that will be at the ready for the ongoing work. You know, Reverend Haley continues and said, breathe and being require their own practice, their own attention, and the heart needs time for becoming stronger. After the shattering, the opening wider, the learning to love more and more. Yes, we can always love more, and we need time to take care of ourselves so that we can grow stronger. You know, when you do weight training, not something I'm very familiar with, but I have heard, when you do weight training, you need days of rest, right? For the body to do what it needs to do. So just as we give tirelessly, we must also take time to breathe, to be, to heal. Our hearts grow stronger to this rhythm of giving and receiving through cycles of action and rest. Moments of rest and stillness are preparing us to return to the work with our renewed vigor and love. To sustain our energy and passion for the long haul, we must recognize the importance of stepping back and allowing ourselves those times of stillness and joy. We are encouraged, again, by Reverend Haley to come into this place. Let's come into our 1U. Study stillness and joy. Know your belovedness. Know your belovedness. Know that you are worthy of love. You are worthy of rest. You are worthy of being renewed. So let us embrace this call to study stillness and joy, to reconnect with our own sense of belovedness. Each one of us is a cherished part of this community. And it is in your well-being that the health of our entire congregation is rooted. It is in your well-being that the health of our entire congregation is rooted. So by taking time to rest, we honor not only ourselves, but the interconnected web of all who contribute to the life of One You. It is not a withdrawal from community, but a necessary act of self-care that ultimately strengthens our connection in it. So feel the gratitude, the Reverend continues, and praise for this chance to begin again, this day with hope. So with deep gratitude, we acknowledge the countless ways you enrich our church. Let us also give thanks for the opportunity to begin anew each day, rejuvenated and filled with hope. May we continue to build, heal, tend, and turn together, finding strength in our shared rest and renewal. Blessings to each of you, and may you find peace, joy, and rejuvenation in both your service and in your time of rest. And continuing with the theme of rest and renewal, we are going to participate today in an inverse water communion ritual. That is for you to remember the nourishment from this community as you do whatever it is you will be doing this summer, especially including rest. So you see before us here bottles. You may not see that in the bowls there we have water. So in a moment, I'm going to ask all of us, if you're willing and able, to have your hand reach forward towards the water, because as human beings, we have the ability to bless one another, then to make things more meaningful. So I will ask all of us to do that so we can infuse this water here with, this power here with the strength, with whatever it is that we will need to carry us during the summer. Because, you know, during the year, we can get depleted. And carrying this water with you, what I'm going to also invite you to do, as you have this water with you this summer, symbolically share a little bit of your community with the world, where it feels right for you. Pour a little bit of that water. And by the end of summer, when the new church year starts, this bottle will be empty. And you will bring it back. Well, with water you have collected, right, for a water communion service. And I'm asking you to be creative too with your bottle. Write your name on it, decorate it, and this is something that I am inviting you to keep for years to come, where we take our community with us to nourish us, and then we bring the world in and communal water, and continuing on with that water communion service, that back and forth. We are not just the congregation, we connect with the world. So we will do like we did with the water communion, with the water communion service. You will come to the middle aisle, grab a bottle. Linnea and Judith will give you a cap for your bottle. But right in the middle there is a bowl full of water. You will dip your bowl in, get some water, and use the two aisles, the one by the store and over by the choir, to go back to your seats. Okay? So do this as silently and as reverently as you can. But first, let us just all put our hands towards this water. And may you provide for us what it is that we take as we carry with you this summer. Remind us that this community here sustains us. This community here that we all work to make it what it is, carry us. And we carry it with us, even when we are not here physically in it. May we remember that, and may it be so. Okay, so through the middle aisle, and you will exit. I forgot I can walk away from the pulpit and still speak. The reason the bottle is the size that it is so when you bring it back, you don't know how much water water and how many places you'll collect. So come forward. Let this be your reminder to refill your well, to renew, to rest. And you are charged to, when we come back, when we begin the new church year in September, to come back with a little bit of water somewhere that is meaningful to you, or from different places. You can also get water. And remember, as I said earlier, that we, as human beings, we have the power within us to bless things, right? So if the water from your home, let's say, not everyone goes somewhere on vacation. For example, I will not be going anywhere, but the water from my home and or from different places, I can have that water symbolize or represent something for me when I bring it back to commune with water with all of you. So please remember to rest. Ooh, I think it's because I'm in front of this. I'm getting used to this walking around thing. But remember, remember to rest. Remember to refill your wells. Remember that this community here supports you. No one person makes it happen. We are all in this together, and we need one another. And may this be that reminder for you. And now, I invite you to embody your spirit to sing with us our closing hymn, number 128, For All That Is Our Life. This blessing was bestowed upon me, and I keep it actually in my office, and I want to share this blessing with you. It is a traditional Gaelic blessing, and it goes, "May good and faithful friends be yours wherever you may roam. May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face, the rains fall soft upon your fields, and until we meet again, may the divine hold you in the palm of his hand." You may know it already, but if you just remember all of this, friends, faithful friends, this community, beloveds, worship has ended, and now the service truly begins. And Thursday, the interfaith service in honor of the 49 who perished. When did I say Thursday? Well, you know, again, see, I need you. We need one another. It is Wednesday the 12th. We're meeting here for those who want to ride together. 5:30, Lisa Marie, I know you're here. If you would wave so folks can Okay, I did see her earlier. So folks, we haven't had too many people check in. It's no pressure. There's also a less public service where I will be doing the closing prayer. That's for the families at the Methodist Church. That's at 4. So if 7 is too late for some folks, the public is welcome, but it is meant to be a private ceremony for the family, and so on. So that's at the Methodist Church. So that information is also in the weekly update. So please, let's show up and just support the families of those who perished. And it is Wednesday, June 12th. And now, folks, after we do a little chalice extinguishing, remember, picnic next door to celebrate you. I'm pretty sure Paul would not like it if he's sweating out there and all this and you didn't go and have a meal. So,
we extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.